The story begins in a grand, chilling courtroom. The air is thick with tension, and the room is filled with beings from all corners of the galaxy. The Galactic Tribunal, an ancient and imposing court, floats within the heart of a massive, starlit city. This city is unlike anything on Earth, its towering spires of metal and glass twist like organic structures, bathed in the glow of distant suns. It's an awe-inspiring place, but today, it is filled with an undercurrent of fear. On trial today are the humans, specifically, their right to fight wars. The courtroom is filled with representatives from alien species, their eyes narrowing as they watch the humans, whose faces remain stoic and calm. At the center of the room stands a human representative, a soldier with a reputation for staying calm under pressure. His name is Captain Elias Calloway. With short cropped hair and sharp eyes, he seems like just another soldier, but he knows something none of the others do. He carries a secret that could shift the fate of humanity, and the galaxy. The tribunal is presided over by a massive AI overseer, its glowing eyes scanning each individual in the room. The AI's voice is cold, metallic, and commanding. Humanity, it begins, its voice echoing throughout the court, is too dangerous to engage in any form of combat. Your race has been banned from all galactic warfare since the end of the cataclysmic wars, centuries ago. The words hang in the air like a judgment, and the entire room falls silent. The room feels colder. Many of the aliens around the courtroom nod in agreement, their expressions serious. The memory of the cataclysmic wars still lingers in their minds, and the truth of why humans were banned from fighting is an unspoken, uncomfortable fact. The AI continues, listing humanity's unpredictability and the devastating consequences of their wars. It mentions how humans, despite being technologically inferior to most galactic species, managed to defeat the technologically superior Zalrith Empire, a race known for their power and ruthlessness. Humans were a wild card, a dangerous, unpredictable force that could not be controlled. Their victory in the wars was so unexpected and brutal that it left the galaxy in shock. After that, the ban was enforced, no human could take part in any war, ever again. As the AI speaks, the camera zooms in on Captain Elias Calloway. His face is unreadable, yet there's something in his eyes, a quiet determination that speaks volumes. He is the last human representative on this court. His hands, folded in front of him, hold tightly onto the document that may very well change everything. The camera lingers on Calloway's expression, showing a flicker of emotion. His thoughts are hidden, but one thing is clear, he holds the key to humanity's fate. He is about to reveal a truth that has been buried for years, one that no one in this courtroom expects. The history of the ban is more complex than anyone knows. It wasn't just about the wars. It's something darker, something that the galactic community has tried to forget. The tribunal is divided, unsure whether they should risk allowing humanity to fight again. The decision hinges on a single question that will change the course of history: should humanity be allowed to fight again? If the humans are granted permission, they could become the most formidable force in the galaxy. If denied, they will remain the galaxy's most dangerous secret, locked away from conflict, yet still holding the power to shift the balance of power. The tension in the room builds. The camera pans around the courtroom, showing the various alien species, all with their own agendas. Some are fearful of humanity's potential. Others, perhaps, see an opportunity in allowing the humans to re-enter the galactic war scene. The AI's voice breaks the silence again, but this time, it is less confident. "You may speak, Captain Calloway," it says, as the entire room turns to face the human representative. Captain Calloway stands tall, his expression unwavering. He knows that his words will either save or doom humanity's future. He looks at the tribunal and then, with a calm voice, begins to speak. "The truth of why we were banned from fighting is not what you've been told. It's time the galaxy learned the real reason. And it's not what you expect." He pauses, letting his words sink in. The room holds its breath. The truth, a secret buried deep within the history of the cataclysmic wars, is about to be revealed. The fate of not just humanity, but the galaxy itself, could change in the coming moments. As Captain Calloway prepares to reveal the shocking truth, the camera cuts to a flashback, one that takes us back centuries, to a time when humanity fought for its very survival against the Zalrith Empire, a ruthless and technologically advanced race. It was the beginning of the cataclysmic wars, and humanity was an underdog, facing an empire far more powerful than their own. But even against overwhelming odds, humanity fought back. They discovered hidden technologies, developed devastating new weapons, and turned the tide of the war in ways that no one saw coming. The alien races in the room begin to murmur, recognizing the name of the Zalrith. The AI's eyes narrow, sensing that this will be more than just another defense. The truth Calloway is about to reveal is not just about a single war, it's about a force so powerful that it frightened the galaxy into silence. Humanity's victory was not just a military triumph. It was a terrifying reminder of just how dangerous humans could be when pushed to the edge. The room falls silent again as Captain Calloway's words hang in the air, setting the stage for a story of survival, power, and a battle that might never truly end. This is the moment when everything changes. The question is no longer whether humanity will be allowed to fight again, but rather, what happens when humans are unleashed? The audience is left hanging in suspense as the truth about humanity's past prepares to shake the foundations of the galaxy. This opening sets up the mystery, the tension, and the stakes that will drive the entire story forward. The story shifts into the distant past, taking us back to a time when humanity was a fledgling species, still carving out a place among the stars. Earth had just begun to explore space, setting up colonies on distant worlds. These colonies were small, isolated, and vulnerable, but humanity's hopes and dreams for the future were bright. They had not yet realized the dangers lurking in the darkness of the universe. The peace humanity once enjoyed was shattered when they first made contact with the Zalrith, an ancient and aggressive alien race. The Zalrith were unlike anything humanity had encountered before. Their ships, vast and menacing, cruised the stars like predatory beasts, always hunting, always seeking new worlds to conquer. With skin as hard as metal and eyes that glowed with a fierce, cold light, the Zalrith were a terrifying sight. They had conquered many worlds before, and now they had set their eyes on humanity's colonies. The Zalrith's invasion was swift and brutal. Their fleets, equipped with towering robotic warships and devastating energy weapons, arrived without warning. These machines were nearly indestructible, and their weapons could turn entire cities to dust in the blink of an eye. The Zalrith had perfected the art of war over millennia, using their advanced technology to crush any resistance they encountered. The human colonies stood no chance against such overwhelming power. For the first time in history, humanity found itself facing an enemy that was not only technologically superior but also ruthless in its pursuit of domination. The first major battle took place on the colony of Triton IV, a bustling outpost on the edge of human-controlled space. The Zalrith descended from the skies like a storm, their ships blotting out the sun as they launched a devastating assault. The human defenses, though brave, were no match for the sheer power of the Zalrith's technology. The colony fell within hours, its cities reduced to smoldering ruins, and its people left broken and enslaved. This was just the beginning. The Zalrith continued their invasion, sweeping across human colonies with ruthless efficiency. Their robotic warships scoured the planets, wiping out any resistance, while the Zalrith themselves remained largely out of sight, sending their machines to do the dirty work. The human military, outgunned and outclassed, seemed hopelessly outmatched. The galaxy's most powerful species had come to take everything from humanity, and the odds of survival seemed slim. But humanity, against all odds, did not give up. In the face of overwhelming adversity, the human military began to develop secret tactics that would change the course of the war. At first, it seemed hopeless. The Zalrith had technology that far surpassed anything humanity had, and their warships were nearly invulnerable. But humans are nothing if not resourceful, and they refused to be defeated so easily. The first breakthrough came with the development of the cloaking device, a technology that allowed human ships and soldiers to become invisible to the Zal'Rith's sensors. This gave the humans a fighting chance, as they could now launch surprise attacks on the Zal'Rith without being detected. It wasn't much, but it was enough to level the playing field, even if only a little. Next, the humans began to develop AI-driven strategies, using advanced artificial intelligence to predict the Zal'Rith's movements and make better tactical decisions. The AI systems were able to analyze vast amounts of data in real time, providing human commanders with valuable insights that allowed them to outmaneuver the Zal'Rith in small skirmishes. The combination of cloaking technology and AI intelligence allowed humanity to strike at the heart of the Zal'Rith war machine, undermining their efforts and causing significant damage. Despite the odds, humanity began to fight back. One of the most notable human military units during this time was the Ghost Squadron, an elite team of soldiers equipped with cloaking devices and advanced AI interfaces. These soldiers were the heart and soul of the human resistance, carrying out high-risk missions behind enemy lines to sabotage Zal'Rith ships, gather intelligence, and rescue captured civilians. Their successes, though small, were significant enough to keep hope alive in the face of such overwhelming destruction. In one of their most daring missions, Ghost Squadron infiltrated a Zal'Rith warship, a massive, armored fortress in space. The Zal'Rith were unaware of the humans' presence, as the cloaking devices allowed the soldiers to slip past their defenses undetected. Once aboard, the soldiers planted explosives in key areas of the ship, crippling its weapon systems and causing chaos within the Zal'Rith ranks. The explosion sent shockwaves through the enemy fleet, giving humanity a much-needed victory. The Zal'Rith were stunned. How could such a technologically inferior species launch such an audacious attack? The Zal'Rith had always relied on their overwhelming strength, believing that no one could stand against them. But humanity's resilience was a force they had not counted on. Time and again, humans launched unexpected counterattacks, using their ingenuity to turn the tide of battle. The AI-driven tactics allowed humanity to exploit weaknesses in the Zal'Rith's war machine, and the cloaking devices gave them the element of surprise. Though they were still vastly outnumbered and outgunned, humans began to make their mark on the war. The Zal'Rith, who had once thought humanity to be an insignificant species, were now faced with an enemy that refused to die. It was no longer just about technology. It was about the will to survive, the strength of the human spirit. Despite their technological inferiority, the humans were winning small battles, and with each victory, they grew stronger, more determined. The war was far from over, and the human military knew that their fight had only just begun. The Zal'Rith, though powerful, were beginning to feel the strain of humanity's resistance. The more the humans fought back, the more they realized that they were not just fighting for survival, they were fighting for the future of their entire species. As the story unfolds, humanity's resilience and ingenuity will continue to shine through, proving that even against the greatest of odds, they will never give up. The cataclysmic war may have begun with humanity as the underdog, but it is their determination and strength that will ultimately lead them to victory. The Zal'Rith, with all their advanced technology, will soon learn that there is one thing they cannot defeat: the human will to fight. The Zal'Rith, believing they had already crushed humanity's will to fight, looked down on humans as nothing more than a nuisance, a species too weak to challenge their overwhelming superiority. They thought the war was nearly won. After all, humanity was still far behind in terms of technology and firepower. The Zal'Rith had their robotic warships, their devastating energy weapons, and their superior tactics, and yet the humans had managed to hold on. What they didn't realize was that humanity's most dangerous weapon was yet to be unleashed. In the midst of the war, as humanity's resistance grew stronger, a secret weapon was quietly developed, a weapon so powerful that it could change the tide of the entire conflict. It was called Project Lazarus, a cloaking AI system that would enable human forces to attack the Zal'Rith fleet with precision and stealth like never before. The system combined the best of human ingenuity with cutting-edge artificial intelligence, allowing ships and soldiers to become nearly invisible while also predicting enemy movements with uncanny accuracy. Project Lazarus would give humanity the surprise factor they needed, and the Zalrith would have no idea what hit them. The first true test of Project Lazarus came during a decisive battle in the Bora system, where a massive Zalrith fleet had begun to converge on a crucial human colony. The odds were heavily stacked against the humans. The Zalrith, with their superior numbers and technology, had every reason to believe that the battle would be over in a matter of hours. But the humans were ready. They were prepared to take back what was theirs, and Project Lazarus was about to make its debut. The human forces, led by Captain Elias Calloway, entered the battle with a sense of calm determination. Their ships were equipped with cloaking devices, powered by the newly deployed Lazarus AI. As they engaged the Zalrith fleet, they slipped through enemy lines, invisible to the Zalrith sensors, completely undetected. The Zalrith, accustomed to dominating their enemies with sheer force, were caught off guard. For the first time, they couldn't see their enemy. They couldn't predict their movements. The humans were everywhere and nowhere at once, striking from the shadows, moving in ways the Zalrith never expected. This battle, however, wasn't won solely through technology, it was also the bravery and skill of the humans that turned the tide. In a breathtaking cinematic sequence, a group of elite human soldiers boarded a Zalrith battleship, using cloaking technology to infiltrate its heavily guarded corridors. These soldiers were highly trained, skilled in both tactics and hand-to-hand combat, and they knew that this was their moment to strike. The action unfolds in zero-gravity corridors aboard the enemy ship, with the human soldiers silently navigating the dark, metal halls, their cloaked forms barely visible to the naked eye. They moved swiftly, like ghosts, with only the occasional flash of their cloaking devices disrupting the shadows. The visuals are intense and gripping as the soldiers encounter a squad of Zalrith soldiers in the narrow, twisting corridors. The air is thick with tension as the humans and aliens engage in brutal close-quarters combat. The zero-gravity environment gives the fight an added complexity, with soldiers floating, tumbling, and using the walls for momentum in ways that make the fight feel like a deadly dance. The humans, though outnumbered and outgunned, use their advanced AI-assisted tactics to stay one step ahead of the Zalrith. Every move is calculated, every strike precise. The humans, using their AI, predict the Zalrith's actions, dodging blaster fire and countering with deadly efficiency. Despite the Zalrith's superior physical strength and weaponry, the humans are able to outmaneuver them at every turn. A Zalrith soldier lunges at one of the humans, but the human soldier uses the walls to spin and dodge, leaving the alien grasping at empty space. With a quick movement, the soldier disarms the Zalrith, knocking it into the nearby bulkhead, where it floats unconscious. Another alien is taken down with a swift punch to the chest, and the humans continue their stealthy advance, never once being detected by the ship's security systems. The combination of cloaking technology and AI-driven combat strategy gives the humans a decisive advantage. As the battle rages on inside the ship, the humans' sabotage efforts take effect. They plant explosives at key power points within the Zalrith warship, sending shockwaves throughout the vessel. The ship's systems begin to fail, and alarms blare, signaling the damage done to the vessel. Chaos erupts within the Zalrith ranks as they realize they are under attack from an invisible enemy, one that is systematically dismantling their once impenetrable war machine. Outside the ship, the battle intensifies as human forces launch surprise strikes against the rest of the Zalrith fleet. With the Zalrith distracted by the chaos within their own ship, the humans make their move. A barrage of missiles and energy blasts tear through the Zalrith ships, crippling their fleet one by one. The humans, now emboldened by their success, continue their assault with ruthless precision, targeting weak points and causing as much damage as possible. The Zalrith, who had once thought the war was already over, are left stunned and reeling. They had underestimated the humans, thinking they were too weak to mount any real resistance. But in that one battle, humanity had dealt a blow so devastating that the entire Zalrith fleet was thrown into disarray. The humans' unexpected use of cloaking technology and AI-driven tactics proved that they were not a species to be taken lightly. They had the will, the innovation, and the determination to fight back, no matter the odds. The victory in the Bora system is a turning point in the war. It shifts the balance, proving to the Zalrith and the rest of the galaxy that humanity will not be subjugated. The Zalrith now face an enemy that can strike from the shadows, outthink their best tactics, and challenge their technological superiority. Humanity's resilience and ingenuity have made them a force to be reckoned with. As the dust settles, Captain Calloway and his soldiers stand victorious, their cloaking technology and AI systems now proven to be key elements in the fight for survival. The humans have struck back, and they will not stop until they have taken back everything they lost. The war is far from over, but the balance has shifted. The Zalrith are no longer the unstoppable force they once thought themselves to be. Humanity, though still outnumbered, has proven that they are more than worthy adversaries, and the war for the galaxy is only just beginning. After the humans' unexpected success against the Zalrith, there's a growing realization among the human military leadership: the war can't go on like this forever. The Zalrith may have retreated, but they are a powerful enemy, and humanity has already suffered tremendous losses. To truly end the war and secure humanity's future, the humans must deploy their ultimate weapon, a weapon so dangerous it could change the fabric of the galaxy itself. The Omega Pulse is humanity's final trump card, a device that can create temporary black holes. This weapon has been shrouded in secrecy, its power so overwhelming that even the human military leaders have struggled with the decision of whether to use it. The Omega Pulse's primary function is to create black holes that can consume entire fleets, obliterating anything in their path. The Zalrith, after experiencing unexpected losses from humanity's surprise strikes, have retreated to regroup, but their forces are still formidable. The Omega Pulse is the only thing capable of ending this war once and for all, but it comes with a terrible price. In a tense strategy meeting, the human generals gather in a high-tech war room, staring at the holographic map of the galaxy. The Zalrith have begun rebuilding their fleet in the Ceres system, preparing for another major offensive. General Bonner, one of humanity's most respected military leaders, stands at the head of the table. His face is worn and tired from the ongoing conflict, but his resolve is as strong as ever. We can't let them rebuild. If we wait too long, they'll come for us again, and next time, they'll have the strength to finish what they started, Bonner says, his voice firm. The room falls silent. The stakes have never been higher. We've already lost so much, another officer responds, his tone heavy with the weight of the many battles fought. Is using the Omega Pulse really the answer? The destruction it causes could be unimaginable. Bonner's gaze hardens. We don't have a choice. This is the only way to stop them for good. If we wait, the Zalrith will only get stronger. We need to end this now. The debate continues, but Bonner is resolute. He knows that using the Omega Pulse is a risky move. The weapon's power is so immense that its activation could destroy not only the Zalrith fleet but also large portions of the surrounding star systems. It's a last resort, a weapon of mass destruction. But Bonner understands that it might be the only way to ensure humanity's survival. As the decision is made to activate the Omega Pulse, Bonner assembles a team of his most trusted soldiers. They will be the ones to carry out the mission. Bonner himself will lead the charge, knowing that the mission will likely cost them their lives. The human military is ready to make the ultimate sacrifice for the future of their species. The final battle begins as Bonner and his team launch a daring assault on the Zalrith fleet. They board a specially designed vessel equipped with the Omega Pulse, heading straight into the heart of the Zalrith stronghold. The journey is filled with tension. The closer they get, the more intense the risk becomes. The Zalrith fleet, still unaware of the human's secret weapon, continues its preparations for battle, believing they have time before humanity can strike back. As the human ship nears its target, Bonner and his team exchange glances, knowing what must be done. They know the mission is a one-way trip. The Omega Pulse has to be detonated from within the Zalrith fleet's core, close enough to ensure maximum damage. There is no turning back. In a tense moment, as they prepare to engage the final sequence to activate the Omega Pulse, the ship is attacked by the Zalrith. The elite team fights valiantly, using their training and the technology at their disposal, but it's clear that the situation is dire. Bonner knows that they won't survive the mission, but the fate of humanity rests on them completing their objective. With the ship surrounded by enemy fire and damage mounting, Bonner gives the order to initiate the Omega Pulse. The device activates, and the energy field begins to grow, pulling in nearby matter. The resulting black hole swallows everything in its path. Zalrith ships, energy shields, and weapon systems are consumed by the singularity. The visual effects are stunning, as the black hole radiates a powerful light, pulling in everything around it with unstoppable force. The entire Zalrith fleet is obliterated in a flash, the darkness of the singularity swallowing them whole. However, the power of the Omega Pulse is too much for the human ship to withstand. The ship is caught in the edge of the expanding black hole's influence, and within moments, it is pulled into the void, along with Bonner and his team. The final moments of their lives are spent knowing that they have saved humanity from annihilation, but at the cost of their own existence. The explosion of the Omega Pulse marks the end of the Zalrith threat. The human military, devastated by the loss of Bonner and his team, mourns the sacrifices made. Bonner, along with his soldiers, is remembered as heroes, legends who gave everything to protect their people. Their deaths leave a deep emotional scar on humanity, a reminder of the price of victory. Despite the overwhelming loss, humanity has won the war. The Zalrith, shattered by the destruction of their fleet, are forced to retreat, never to return. The universe, though scarred by the events of the war, slowly begins to heal. Humanity stands victorious, but it is a bittersweet victory, forever haunted by the sacrifices made in the name of survival. In the aftermath, the surviving members of the human military gather to honor the fallen. Monuments are built in their honor, and their names are etched in history as those who gave everything for the survival of humankind. The Omega Pulse may have ended the war, but it also marked the beginning of a new era for humanity, one that would never forget the price of freedom and the true meaning of sacrifice. The battle is over, but the true consequences of the war are just beginning to unfold. The Zalrith Empire, once a powerful force that threatened to wipe out humanity, lies in ruins. Their fleet, the cornerstone of their military dominance, has been obliterated by the Omega Pulse. Their homeworld is in disarray, and the remnants of their civilization are scattered, unable to rebuild. Humanity has achieved victory, but it has come at a tremendous cost. The victory is bittersweet. General Bonner and his elite team of soldiers are gone, leaving a void in the hearts of every human who fought alongside them. Their deaths are a constant reminder of the sacrifices made, and the universe will never forget the price humanity paid for survival. Though the Zalrith threat has been extinguished, the victory feels hollow. The cost of freedom has been measured in blood. As the smoke clears and the dust settles, the galactic powers begin to shift. The Galactic Council, an assembly of various alien races, convenes to discuss the aftermath of the war. While they all agree that the Zalrith Empire is no longer a threat, they are divided over the fate of humanity. Some of the galactic powers, fearing the technological advancements humanity has demonstrated, call for immediate action. They argue that humanity is too dangerous to be left unchecked. Others believe that humanity deserves to be left alone, for they have proven themselves capable of defending their own and defeating the Zalrith. But the debate does not last long. The Galactic Peace Accord, a treaty signed by all species in the galaxy, is invoked. According to the accord, humanity is officially banned from participating in any galactic conflicts. The reasoning is clear: humanity has shown an alarming ability to create and wield powerful weapons, weapons capable of altering the course of galactic history. The Omega Pulse is a prime example of this, a weapon that could potentially destroy entire star systems in an instant. As a result, humanity is seen as a threat to the delicate balance of power in the galaxy. The ban is enforced by a vast coalition of galactic species, each concerned with the implications of humanity's technological superiority. The humans are not allowed to engage in any future wars, and their military is restricted from expanding beyond its current capabilities. For the first time in human history, their ability to defend themselves on a galactic scale is severely limited. Despite this official ban, there are whispers in the shadows. Secret factions within the Galactic Council begin to grow. These factions fear that humanity's potential could one day pose a greater threat to the galaxy. The humans' victory over the Zalrath has proven that they are capable of fighting back against superior alien forces. In the eyes of these factions, this makes humanity unpredictable, dangerous even. These secret groups begin to scheme, hoping to control or even eliminate the human race before they become too powerful. These whispers are not mere rumors. They are the seeds of a deeper, darker conspiracy. The Council of Elders, the governing body of the Galactic Council, remains outwardly calm and united, but beneath the surface, divisions are growing. Some members, especially those who have long opposed humanity's rise, push for more drastic measures to contain the human race. They argue that humanity is still too young and volatile, their potential yet untapped and unknown. They fear what might happen if humans ever decide to fully unleash their capabilities. In the aftermath of the war, humanity is forced to adapt to this new reality. For generations, humans have prided themselves on their ability to conquer and overcome, but now they find themselves constrained. Their military power is frozen, their future uncertain. They are no longer a dominant force in the galaxy, but rather a species watched carefully by those in power. The peace they fought so hard for has come with a heavy price. They may have defeated the Zalrath, but now they must face a different kind of battle, one fought in the shadows and in the halls of power. Despite the restrictions placed on them, the human spirit remains unbroken. They have fought against impossible odds before, and they will do it again if necessary. The Zalrath may be gone, but new challenges are already emerging. The humans know that the universe is vast and filled with dangers they have yet to face. They are not naive enough to think that the peace will last forever. And as the whispers of secret factions grow louder, humans begin to wonder if they can ever truly trust the galactic powers that now hold them in check. In the quiet moments, away from the prying eyes of the Galactic Council, the human leaders gather. They know they must be cautious, but they also know they cannot simply accept their fate. Humanity must continue to evolve, to grow, and to prepare for whatever challenges lie ahead. Their technology is far more advanced than many of the other species in the galaxy, and their resilience has already been proven. The Galactic Peace Accord may have banned humanity from fighting wars, but it has not broken their spirit. Humanity will find a way to survive. If the galaxy believes it has seen the last of humanity's military might, it is sorely mistaken. The humans may be forced to stay in the shadows for now, but they know that one day they will rise again. The universe is a dangerous place, and in time, humanity will be ready to face whatever comes next. As the Galactic Peace Accord is enforced and the peace settles in, one thing becomes clear: the story of humanity is far from over. The future remains uncertain, but one thing is for sure: humanity's journey is just beginning. The echoes of their triumphs, and the ghosts of their fallen heroes, will continue to guide them as they navigate a galaxy that now views them as both a potential ally and a threat. The scene shifts back to the Galactic Tribunal, where the fate of humanity hangs in the balance. This tribunal, located in the heart of an ancient alien city, is where the most important decisions in the galaxy are made. The seats around the Grand Chamber are filled with representatives from multiple alien races, each silently awaiting the final word on humanity's future. In the center stands the human representative, a soldier named Alden, whose calm demeanor hides the weight of the secret he's about to reveal. Alden is a man who has fought on the front lines of the war, but today, he faces a different battle. The court is tense as the AI overseer, a cold and impartial entity that governs the tribunal, begins to speak. The AI's voice resonates in the room, stating that humanity has already been deemed too dangerous to engage in any galactic conflicts. The Galactic Peace Accord is the law, and humanity is forever banned from war. The tribunal is only confirming what has already been decided. But Alden, instead of simply defending humanity's past actions or arguing for mercy, stands tall and makes a chilling declaration: the truth is, humanity was never banned for being dangerous. We were banned for being too capable. His words echo through the room, and for a moment, there is an eerie silence. The representatives of the galactic powers exchange uncertain glances, unsure of how to respond. Alden's revelation sends a shockwave through the tribunal. For centuries, the galactic powers had feared humanity's potential for destruction. They believed that humanity, with their advanced technology and resilient nature, could pose a serious threat to the delicate balance of power in the galaxy. But the true reason for the ban is something far more profound and unsettling. It wasn't just that humanity could destroy, but that humanity had the unique ability to adapt, outsmart, and outlast any alien force. This made humans unpredictable, and therefore dangerous in a way that no other species was. The aliens in the tribunal sit in stunned silence, processing what Alden has just said. This is not the story they had been told. They had always believed that humanity was a young, chaotic species, driven by raw aggression and the desire for power. But Alden's words paint a different picture. Humans had become a wild card, capable of adjusting to any environment, overcoming any obstacle, and defeating forces far stronger than themselves. In short, they were not a species that could be easily controlled. This made humanity a threat not because of what they had done, but because of what they could become. The AI overseer attempts to counter Alden's statement, trying to regain control of the situation. But Alden's words have already struck a nerve. He goes on to explain that during the war with the Zalrith, humanity had demonstrated not just bravery, but intelligence and ingenuity that no other species in the galaxy had anticipated. The humans had invented new weapons, developed cloaking technologies, and even manipulated AI systems to give them an advantage over their much more powerful enemies. What's more, they did this in a fraction of the time that most alien species would need to develop such advanced technologies. Alden's voice grows stronger as he continues: the war with the Zalrith was just the beginning. We were never meant to win by sheer force alone. We won because we adapted, because we evolved. And because of that, we could become more powerful than any species in this galaxy. The tribunal is now divided. Some representatives, still clinging to the old narrative, argue that humanity's victory was a fluke, that it was only a matter of time before they were put in their place by more advanced species. But Alden's words have already planted doubt in their minds. Others, more open-minded, begin to question the true motivations behind the ban. Had the galactic powers feared humanity not for their destructive capacity, but for their potential to disrupt the established order? Alden now shifts the focus to the broader implications of the ban. You see, he says, the Galactic Peace Accord wasn't about peace at all. It was about control. The galaxy's ruling powers were afraid of a species that could break free from their control. Humanity has always been a species that thrives in adversity, and if left unchecked, we could alter the balance of power in ways that would be impossible to predict. The tension in the room is palpable. Alden's words have created a sense of unease among the galactic leaders. The very foundation of the Galactic Peace Accord begins to crumble as they realize that humanity's ban was not a preventative measure to stop destruction, but a desperate attempt to stop what they feared could be an unstoppable force. In the silence that follows, Alden's words resonate with the court: humanity was never banned for being dangerous. We were banned for being too capable. The weight of this statement hangs heavily in the air. It is a challenge to everything the tribunal has believed, a challenge to the status quo. Humanity's true strength lies not just in their weapons or their wars, but in their ability to evolve, to grow stronger in the face of adversity, and to always find a way to survive. For the first time, the tribunal members begin to look at humanity differently. They had feared humans for their potential to destroy, but now they are faced with a new reality. Humanity is a force that can reshape the galaxy, not through brute strength, but through adaptability, intelligence, and sheer determination. As the tribunal session draws to a close, it's clear that the question of humanity's future is far from settled. Alden has revealed the truth, but what happens next? Will the galaxy continue to fear humanity, or will they come to see them as potential allies? The answer is uncertain. But one thing is clear, the balance of power in the galaxy has shifted, and humanity has become a wild card in the eyes of the galactic powers. The court session ends, but Alden's words will linger in the minds of those who heard them. Humanity, once seen as an insignificant species, has now become a force to be reckoned with. The future is uncertain, and the galaxy is on the brink of change. The tension in the Galactic Tribunal chamber is unbearable. After all the accusations, the revelations, and the heated discussions, the tribunal members must now make their final decision: should humanity be allowed to fight once more? The weight of this decision is not lost on anyone present. The fate of the human race, and potentially the entire galaxy, hangs in the balance. Humanity's actions have proven that they are more than capable of holding their own against advanced alien forces. But with this power comes fear from the galactic powers who have witnessed humanity's rapid evolution and its unpredictable nature. In the middle of the Grand Chamber, Alden, the human representative, stands before the court. His earlier revelations have left an indelible mark on the minds of the tribunal members. He has shown them that humanity is not a species driven by mindless aggression, but by the ability to adapt, to learn, and to outthink their enemies. Now, as the chamber quiets and the moment of decision arrives, the Galactic Tribunal begins its deliberations. The AI Overseer, as cold and emotionless as ever, opens the floor for the vote. The process is simple: each of the alien species must cast their vote on whether humanity should be allowed to re-enter galactic conflicts. For some, the answer is clear: humanity is too dangerous, too unpredictable, and too powerful to be trusted. For others, the truth of Alden's words has begun to sink in, and they question whether the ban on humanity was ever truly fair or justified. As the votes are cast one by one, the camera zooms in on the alien representatives. Zalrith, the species that had once been humanity's greatest enemy, casts their vote with hesitation. Despite their hatred for the humans, the Zalrith have come to realize that they may be facing a species that could one day rise above even them. The vote of the Zathorians, a race known for their ruthless logic and cold intellect, comes in with a swift, decisive stroke, indicating fear and distrust of humanity's potential. The Drachna, however, a race of traitors and opportunists, show signs of uncertainty. They know that an alliance with humans could benefit them greatly, but they are unwilling to risk the power shift that might come with it. As the last vote is cast, the chamber falls into silence. Everyone in the room knows that this decision will change the course of galactic history forever. The tribunal members look to the AI Overseer, who is tasked with tallying the votes. The AI's glowing eyes scan the room, processing the data, calculating the risks and rewards, and coming to a final conclusion. The camera cuts between the faces of the alien representatives. Their expressions are a mixture of fear, uncertainty, and hope. And then, the AI Overseer speaks. The decision has been made. But the outcome is unclear. At that moment, the visual storytelling intensifies. A sudden flash fills the screen. The camera cuts to a stunning image of humanity's potential. A massive human fleet emerges from cloaking fields, a sea of ships of all sizes, ranging from sleek fighter crafts to enormous warships. The ships shimmer as they materialize, their advanced cloaking technology making them nearly invisible in the vastness of space. As they appear, a visual explosion of light and power fills the screen, showing the might and capability of humanity's forces. The fleet is organized, precise, and ready to fight. It's clear that humanity's potential is not just in their technological advancements but also in their sheer determination. The fleet prepares to move, ready to defend against any threat, no matter the decision made in the tribunal. Humanity is always prepared, always ready to fight if necessary, to preserve their future and protect their way of life. The camera pans out, showing the immense scale of the human fleet as it positions itself in space. The cloaking devices flicker, and the ship's weapon systems hum to life, casting an ominous glow in the dark expanse of the galaxy. As the fleet assembles, it becomes evident that humanity's resilience and capability have made them a force that cannot be ignored. And then, the final lines are spoken by Alden, his voice filled with quiet confidence. No matter the decision, humanity will always be ready. These words echo through the tribunal chamber, resonating with every being in the room. The human race, having faced countless challenges, is now poised to face whatever the galaxy throws at them. Whether they are granted the right to fight again or not, humanity will not back down. Their ability to adapt, to survive, and to push forward is their greatest strength. As the final vote is cast, the screen cuts to black, leaving the outcome uncertain. The tribunal's decision is still unknown, and the fate of humanity is yet to be determined. Will the galactic powers continue to fear humanity's rise, or will they come to accept that they are a force to be reckoned with? The future is unclear, but one thing is certain: humanity will always be ready, no matter what challenges lie ahead. The story ends on a cliffhanger, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats, eager to know what will happen next. The decision of the tribunal will shape the future of the galaxy, and humanity's place within it. But for now, the screen fades to black, and the uncertainty of the future lingers, as the galaxy watches, waiting to see what humanity will do next.